Peace and love, family. It's your girl, Sixthegoddis. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shifts. I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing amazing. I'm not going to be on this video long, but I did want to just speak on the Shiloh and Shador Sanders drafting situation because I have a different perspective on this. And in my opinion, these recent things going on with Deion, Shannon Sharp, this is a shift that's supposed to be happening. And I feel like, are we picking up on what all this means? Are we reading the signs here? Or are we just up in arms and just reacting to it and playing the victim? So I want to talk about my thoughts on on the delay of their drafting and the whole way that they went about that. Now, before I get into that, let's get into today's look. Ladies, if you've been under a rock, you would not know. I have a women's only Patreon in which I get ready for all my content live. I do not gatekeep. I show you every tip, trick, product I use to put together my looks. And while I'm doing that, we have great girl talk about many helpful topics. It's a great community of solution-oriented women to fellowship with on your journey to not be a big, ugly, ancient bitch. Okay, I know you're tired of being mean and ugly. Look at you over there. We have get-togethers, movie nights. We have a group chat. It's a lot of fun. And if you aren't tired of being a basic bee, come to Death Row, baby. We would love to have you. I also have a second separate Patreon called 6 which is simply a once-a-week live show where I discuss different current events, hot topics, react to different content and things like that. And that's for the fellas and the ladies. And so I would love to have you there to come tap in with me as well. Now, let's get here to the situation with Deion. Now, let me start by saying this. I am a big fan of Deion Sanders. When I was younger, I would watch their show. I think they are a beautiful family. I love the father that Deion is. Okay, we need that. I love the fact these children, even though their parents had some peril, still had their mother and their father. I love the life that Deion has provided for his children. And I love to see our people winning. So nothing in this conversation is about like, oh, you're just mad because a man's confident, or you're just mad because it's not about that. This is more so about the shift that this is supposed to be inspiring. All this is to show us something. And I think we're missing that because we're too busy complaining about, oh my God, racist. Oh my God, you're hating on a black man. That's not what this is. This is to show us something. Now, I am very old school in my views of men. Okay. I have a very low tolerance. I like a man to be strong, principled, be a man at all times, work hard, period. Okay. I do not have much. I just don't have much bandwidth for the, oh, I can't do it, or the weakness, or the playing victim mentality in a man. I just can't stomach it. Okay. And that's just me personally. I like a little bit of toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal thing. So I am I'm very strict in how I view men. I don't typically feel sympathy or coddle in that way. I'm a big believer in a man creates his reality in all ways. Okay. And so if a man is not experiencing what he desires, I don't feel bad for him. In my mind, it's just like, well, go create what it is that you want. I'm big on a man building for himself and doing for himself. Okay. Now, with that being said, Deion is not understanding what people mean when they're referring to him and his children as arrogant. Okay. Number one, for you to be dipped in diamonds and golds, your children to be dipped in diamonds and gold, and then go knock on the white man's door for an opportunity is mental illness. Even the situation going on with Shannon Sharp, okay? You're over here releasing text, playing the victim, and it's like, sir, at the end of the day, you are employed, okay? I will always stick by the notion that men who are employed need to be married. Why? Because you have to ask another man to penetrate his spaces. Pause. And inevitably, a single man is a bull in a china shop and is a liability. And if you plan on asking another man for a job, you need to be married and you need to be humble. So with Shannon, that's why no one feel bad for him. You are employed. You're in corporate America. You was crazy as hell for being in corporate America and being single and acting a fool. Nobody want to hear it. If you don't want to get married, you need to work 100% for yourself. But as a man, if you are going to be working with other men, it gets deep. You'll be around their wives, their daughters, their sisters. When you're talking about big money connections, they get the whole family involved. And they don't want to bring a single man around their wives and daughters. So there is a certain protocol that you have to follow, especially if you're a Black man looking to work in corporate America. If you're single and wonder why you don't advance to certain levels, that's why. Because nothing measures a man more than his ability to care for a woman and child. It's so easy for a man to be a lone wolf. The hardest thing for a man to do is to sustain a woman and child. And every other man knows that. We as a people got to get out of this niggerville where in our mind, yeah, you ain't got to be married to do that. Well, that's what you think. That works in barbershop talk with everybody getting a fade. Everyone's like, hell yeah, you ain't got to. But outside of that, with the rest of society and men of other races, ethnicities, and things of the nature, it does matter. And Shannon Sharp is a reason as to why. You have no inspiration to move super carefully because you have no one to hold you accountable. That's what a wife is. So the thing about Deion is this. When I saw that he didn't even have his boys at the draft, he had them home. When I saw that Deion was going around talking about I wouldn't let them play for this team. I wouldn't let them play for that team. I was sitting there like, you gonna go wherever them crackers say you gonna go. How you gonna go? That would be like, you go apply for a job that you need. And they say, okay, here's the application. Once we hire you, you need to go to orientation. Here is the address for orientation. You say, oh no, I'm doing my orientation from home. No, you asked me for a job. You're going to do whatever I asked you to do. What are you talking about? How you going to come to me and ask me for a position in something I built and then tell me what it ain't going to be and what you're not going to do? You're going to be what I say it's going to be. Don't like it? Go build something for yourself. So my problem was this. You had them boys at home. No. You want to amass wealth? You want to be the talent, but still go to the white man to organize you? Yes, you have to humble yourself and bow at his feet. You as a man are not entitled to be a part of anything another man built. If another man built it, and some people say, well, the NFL is all Black men. Listen, if it was the white man idea and it was his inception, his concept, if he organized it and y'all dumb enough to work for him and get a piece of the crumb, he still owns it. It's still what he built. He just got y'all doing the work for him. We know they good at that. That's how they go. That's how they operate. So you want a job in their organization, even though you've amassed plenty of wealth to build something for yourself. And what is the point of you having to humble yourself and bow to the white man and ask for a job? And then you're going to have your seeds do the same thing. Ain't no way I'm going to be Deion Sanders prime time, amass the wealth I have to send my sons to hope to get picked by Massa, and then have the nerve to be upset when Massa don't pick you in the way you want. You're going to sit there and send your boys to hope to have Massa validate them after everything you've done, instead of taking the long route and building something for yourself. If you have to keep going to the white man to organize you, that's what they mean by you're not humble. That's what they mean by having a problem with it, is you all are the talent, yet you don't. You got to come to us to organize you. And then you have the nerve to come in here and puff your chest out about what you're going to be. You can puff your chest back out when you go home. You can be a confident black man and pop your chest when you're home, in the home you pay for, that you are the man of. But when you go into that other man's space, wanting a piece of his pie, yes, you have to humble yourself. When I saw he had them boys at home, I said, see, that right there is why they don't respect him. If you are going to send your son to the white man to beg for a job, you put them in that Ashley furniture warehouse with everybody else. And you make them sit there with everyone else and wait for Massa to pick them. But Deion didn't do that because he knew it didn't feel right. So you want a piece of that other man pie, but you're like, but I want to make myself feel better about it. Honey, you can have them boys get drafted from home or McDonald's. It doesn't matter. You still polished your kids up and put them in front of the white man to hope he pick them. You still did that. You think, oh, I have them at home. No, if you're going to send your boys to beg another man for a job, you go make them be like everyone else. So you got them home. You don't got them at the Ashley Furniture or City Furniture warehouse with everyone else sitting there waiting on Massa. Please fix me, Massa. And where is you gonna send me, Massa? Make them go do that. So that tell me, Deion, you know you wrong. You done spent money on diamonds and jewelry, and you got your sons walking in there like, yeah, I ain't going to sit in that furniture warehouse with the rest of y'all. You know who we are. We ain't doing that. Yes, you are. You want a job the same way everybody else over there want a job. And so somehow it go back to, oh, you don't want to see the black man confident. That is not what this is about. And I think that other men even I think even the other men are still saying, like, why do they all keep begging us for a job when they're the ones doing the work? Some people say, oh, when Deion left Jackson State, oh, well, he had to leave. He was using his own money. He was good. Let him use his own money. Let him build it brick by brick. It may take longer. The money may not come as fast. It's going to take time to build it. But at least you will own it. Then you can walk in cocky and arrogant. Then you don't have to bow. But when you go to another man, white, purple, green, blue, it don't matter, and you need him to employ you and your children, if you fail to have a way for your children to come to you for employment, bow your head and be humble and ask that man. You're not entitled to nothing another man built. Okay? And so they're like, oh, well, he had to leave. Y'all don't understand. He was using his own money. Good. Let him use his own money. Let him build it. That way he owns it. Okay? That's the problem now. My thing is, how much money do you really need? You have enough money to be comfortable and while still taking an L and slowly building something for yourself. And all get together, and that way you don't have to shine your children up and have them go beg for a job. It was every minute I saw them boys sitting there like, please let me be next. It was making me sick. I believe as a parent, you run so you walk so your children can run. And ain't no way that I'll be Deion Sanders and go through what I went through having to work for them people and send my sons to do the same thing. So I will say that this is a lesson and a shift that we need to have happen. At the end of the day, as Black people, we are the talent. Nobody want to get on no field and watch a bunch of unseasoned, uncooked turkey wings throw a ball around. Nobody want to see that. So at what point do we say, you know what? I could go sign with them. I could go take the easy route and get there faster. But I want to have the dignity and respect to build something for myself. And this is something I relate to. Because I don't have many people reach out to me trying to get me to, Six, come work for me. I'm not doing that. Because who feeds you can starve you. I don't care. I'll sit here with my 70K subs and build this brick by brick. And I ain't got to worry about nobody firing me. I got to beg no one for nothing. No, I want to build something for myself. And if I can understand that concept as a woman, I don't get how grown men are not understanding that. I don't want to take nothing from you. I don't want to take that from you because now I got to humble myself. I got to bow to you. Now you own me. I don't like that. Hell no. I'm build my own thing. I ain't bound down to nobody. That ain't how I operate. Not happening. And so if I understand that, I want to see more of our brothers get that. Don't look at this situation as, oh, look what they did to him. Oh, a black man can't be confident. That is not what we should be getting from this. Instead, what we should be getting from this is to stop going to them people begging for things and to start to build things for yourself. It may take longer. You may not make as much money as fast. But one thing about it, you can dig a hole with a spoon. You can dig a 6-foot hole with a spoon. As long as you keep digging, that hole is going to eventually be 6 feet deep. Even if you ain't got the shovel. And anything you consistently apply effort to over a period of time, it is guaranteed to yield a result. It's impossible for it to not yield a result. So I want us to learn from this. Stop shining your kids up and sending them to that white man for a job. Make them a job, okay? I'm happy that the boys got what they wanted, okay? They wanted to be drafted and they got what they wanted. I love to see Black boys succeed. I love to see them get what they want, okay? So congratulations to them. I'm happy for them. But let's look at the bigger picture here and what all of these situations happening at one time is showing us. Y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all on the next one.